Hey guys and gals, here we are with part 3 of the Family Christmas Tree by Lego. This is set number 41843, contains 3,171 pieces, retails for $329.99, and set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. Thank you, Lego. And yes, and that's what we're going to be working on. Well, part of that anyways today. And this is what we've done so far with bags 1 and 2, which does a functioning stand here with the train. So this does rotate around. It's kind of cool. And it looks like this part's done, and it looks like we also have some color coding going on, so it makes it easier to assemble. And I think this piece here is actually part that's done here. And I'm pretty pleased with the build so far. We haven't even tackled the stickers, and just for a refresher here, yeah, that's what we're going to be putting on the bricks. Yeah. And yeah, so we're done with building guide number 1. Now, building guide number 2 has 5 bags. I really don't want to do this whole thing, so I don't know, I may just do bags 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, the latter installment. I haven't figured out how I want to do that yet. Well, we'll see how far we get here. So today it looks like we're working on the upper portion of this, the shaft that goes in the middle. And this thing here turns in the middle, so it looks like there's more going on to this than meets the eye. But we'll see where we're going with it here. Okay, let's find bag number 5. Let's begin. Let's build it. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the set, but it is a bit on the pricey side. Some have told me, Jay, it's just expensive. Yeah, Lego's just expensive all around. It's nothing cheap. Why am I on bag 8? So yeah, we're going to be focusing on that big thing today. We got to do a minifigure on some skis. And I've never seen these type of leaf pieces before. These would be good for like maybe some kind of tropical theme. Or put them upside down too. Alright. I got to clear my throat out several times. It's that time again. I got the scratchy throat. Allergies. COVID woes are over. That's good. And originally I was going to get to the set. Let's keep the winky eye. Let's do that. Why not? Oh, let's keep it what the book says. I was supposed to film this about 3 hours ago, but I had to do some stuff with the family, and then everybody left, and I thought, okay. And today is the 7th of October 2025. Okay, so I got work done early. I thought, okay, I can get to this and start working on a tutorial. Well, I just finally got around doing this. So it's like 4 in the afternoon. So yeah. And it's got some glasses. It might take me an hour to put the minifigure together, but we're gonna get there. So yeah, I just really haven't had any time to get to the tutorial stuff. I am working on one right now. It's a working game. Should be very fun. But I thought, why don't I figure out how to pick that up while I can grab that off there. Is I want to make it to where it can be a family build. So that's what I'm trying to focus on now, is making these making this tutorial a family orientated tutorial. I'm going to tell you right now, I've never went skiing in my life. Snowboarding once, but skiing no. Well, okay, this is falling apart. Now you see why I have everything indexed, because some people don't want to watch the minifigure builds. I don't blame you, because they take forever to put together. Especially when there's literally just gobs of accessories that I got a piece on here. I want to get onto the big item, not this little corny thing. The The working game, though, I was supposed to find certain colors, and with tariffs, I'm not waiting around years for the parts. Because 4 years from now, I don't know what I'll be doing. Might be retired or something, I don't know. Or I might be out of the country, depends. Oh, I got it on backwards. Don't worry, we're going to get to the minifigure. We're going to get done with the minifigure eventually. I kind of want to get back onto the big build, but I'm messing with the tiniest stuff first. I think I got it. Okay. So, a million hours later, we finally got the minifigure done. And yeah. Of course, the visor does go up. He's ready for the holidays. Who's not ready? I'm ready for the holidays, but unfortunately, well, I am stuck in the desert. Okay. Now it looks like we're working on this big thing here. And let's just see. All right. We're going to see how far we get on this one today here. And I really want to get back into my own builds. I got some stuff that I want to do. I have family that's coming here by the end of the month. Yeah, so I got to get done with at least some stuff for mid-January, February of next year for tutorials, for the early releases and such. But the working game I'm starting to work on now. I'm working on this trailer project that I want to get done by November, sometime in mid to late November, before Thanksgiving. I've got the gist of it built. I just haven't had a chance to really get into it. Not because of this. This set's actually going to be a fun one to put together. Right now, I've just kind of been running ragged, doing a bunch of evals for work. I'm working on those right now. Those are just evaluations. You know, employee performance. So I'm doing those. Not too fun. So if I'm guessing correctly, there's probably going to be 6 minifigures. Everybody just builds a figure or something and puts it together. Yeah, so that's pretty much what it is. Nothing really exciting going on. I haven't really done much of anything. Oh, that's a part layout. I was like, what are we doing there? I'm not even paying attention. It's one of those days again that I don't want to deal with, but oh no, I got to do work and chores. Oh yeah, these videos are just meant to be my notes, not to be construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. And yes, I got to remind everybody again on this one, watch the video until the very end, because I may make mistakes, not intentionally, it just happens. So don't jump to conclusions until the very end of the video or to the build installment series, because sometimes I'll catch mistakes later on. Why do I have to read all that off? Because take these seriously. I hope I'm not making... I need to make 2 of these. No. Yeah, so I'd like to get back into my own builds, but right now, let's just do this. This is going to take about a week or so for me to film. Depends on how much I get interrupted doing it. And then once I get this going here, it should be fine. And I did a no-no thing today. I mentioned vacation time in front of my mom, and that was a really big, nasty thing. I said, you know what, sometimes I need a chance to cool off. Oh, you got that Lego stuff you're doing? I said, yeah, but I need away from technology, too. Not to hear the phone go ringy-ringy and the doorbell go ding-dong, and then, yeah, and the chiming noise of some social media app. I said, sometimes I do need a break. Other than that. And I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Duty calls. Okay, these come in dark brown. That's nice to have. I've been trying to collect more of these as well as these type of plates. You know, I'm when I see just weird oddball parts coming in sets like this, I get excited. You know, it's like cool. Okay, so they go like that. Yeah, just trying to think of some stuff to do for the winter. I got like 6.5 weeks left of work before I'm off. A lot of people right now are without jobs. And here I am talking about taking time off. I need it. And no, I'm not going to just do Lego that whole time. But I can use those. Ooh, this piece comes in pearl gold, or warm gold is what they call it now. I don't know how to use it for, but that'd come in handy for some creative builds. And then now we got to make 2 leaf pieces. So these are new. I've never seen these before. So these are probably new. Well, they're new to me. I don't know how long they've been out. Yeah, this scratchy throat is kind of annoying today. So don't worry, I'll clear my throat when I'm off video. And we need 2 crystals. Those. Bring this up a little bit here. Now, why don't I ever clear my throat and stuff like that while I'm on video? It's just kind of gross, and I know nobody wants to hear that, so yeah. And then after we're done with that, they go on to here. So what I'm gathering is we're making parts of the tree. Okay, well that's not going on. What if I shove it like this? That worked. And then we'll just squeak it in place. Okay. But the working game, I have an idea. I just need to get onto the... it's just a prototype. Nothing special about it. So before I really can get into the build, I got to get at least... I try to do a little bit of these every day. I try to do 2 sessions every day. I kind of skipped a few days because work and chores and going to the dentist and all that stuff. And groceries and just so many things going on right now. I can't even keep track of it all. It's just, there's just so much. So if you're a kid watching this going, Jay, I got tons of chores. Yeah, when you're an adult, you got chores too. You're never going to run away from it. You just got to be like, okay, I'll deal with it and be done with it. Yeah, it looks like we're really just kind of building this thing up here. So these are just meant to move, but we're really just beefing up the parts here. That's not bad. I like to see it really beefed up. And it only shows 1 piece. Okay, but steps 15 and 16 are backwards, so just do them like this then. Now, you don't have to do this. And I can't remember if the set came with the brick separator. I think it did. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to find some stuff to do for winter time that's kind of entertaining for my girl and I to do. I think I've seen these in sand yellow, so that's always a treat. It's weird though, you know, because when I started all this stuff years ago, I didn't even have a girlfriend or anything. Or I didn't have anybody here. I had roommates, but things have changed, you know. I remember when I had roommates, there was always background noise. And I was the landlord living here, so I was like, guys, keep it down, I'm trying to film. They would do just that. And, yeah. Of course, I don't want to know what they did when I was gone, but I don't think I want to know. Alrighty. And that's it for that. Not too bad. Okay, now it looks like we're building a little fireplace thing. Yeah, there are so many little pieces that we have to deal with today on this. It's not even funny. Kind of butterfingers today. I just, I want to build something. Mom's like, you shouldn't be working today. You're doing the Lego stuff. I said, building sets is not really the job, it's the editing. So these won't be edited for a while. Now here's the news. I already got part 1 done. Up on YouTube, improved. I just got to write up the info and do the thumbnail and it would be done. Except right now I don't want to deal with it. So I'm taking a breather from the Lego stuff. And we need sticker number 20 and 12. 20 and 12, which are these. Lego, and they're sticking these inside here. I would have just done some flames inside, but this should have been printed. And I didn't get any air bubbles in there. That's kind of unusual. We need sticker number 12, which is this one here. Yeah, so this is ready for Christmas time. Ready for Santa Claus. Okay. I wish they made these in 1x2 form instead of, like where it's 2 bricks tall instead of 3. Alright, so we have a mallet. A lot of this stuff right now, like each bag seems like it takes about 20 minutes comfortably to do. That's what I'm saying. There's just a lot of detail with this set. And I don't want to be, getting to the point of I'm just literally doing nothing but set builds. But I'm doing set builds today because that's all I have really prepared. Which reminds me, I gotta book a hair appointment to get that done. I gotta get, that's like a chore in itself right there. I always hate getting a haircut. It's just a thing I have to do. It's another chore. But once I'm done, I don't have to mess with it for a few weeks. And then this goes in here like that. Okay, so it's a workshop and a fireplace. Okay, now it looks like we're going back into more of this. Just about done with this bag here. Because I really don't want to make these videos like literally hours long. I'm trying to keep them under an hour because they're easily manageable. And two, I don't want to be here all day filming, that wouldn't be fun to me. Filming, like filming this stuff is not a big deal. It's just the editing that I hate doing. I hate just editing videos. Some people I know like it. Oh, I put that in the wrong place. I cannot remember if this one came with the Brick Separator. I think it did. Let's see, does it? Well, first I got to find the disassembly guide. I cannot remember. I have too many other items on my mind. Ooh, I think bag number 1 did have it. Yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, keep all your books and stuff. You never know when you'll need them. You know what I remember back in the day when I used to host live streams? We would do like themes, like since it's Halloween, I'd have my profile all decorated up for Halloween. I miss doing that type of stuff. Okay, the snaps go here. Uh-oh. That doesn't fit like that. Did I forget something? Oh, I did. I got to put that in there. Something doesn't look right. Stop. Don't keep building. Some people will keep building until they mess up. Well, I'll try to avoid that. So, yeah, Lego's been getting pretty crazy with this method. And the game I'm building, I will be doing some of this. We have to lock on the sides to secure it better. Okay. But I've been watching more of the, reading more of the comments, and some of you like this style of video, and this is, I'm trying to keep this type of video here in such a way that I want to make these more informal. These are not meant to be like full professional videos by any means. This is just meant for, you know, just for us to sit around and just relax. I forgot to put this down here. My bad. Alright, we're getting there. Okay, rotate it around. Sometimes you notice if I'm not following the instructions, like I'm looking at steps 38 and 39. Now why am I just not doing it slow? Like I said, I'm really pressed on time. Speaking of time, there's a clock. You get a clock with this. And two, I don't want to just be here all day filming. And I think that's it. I don't know what all this stuff does here, but that's it for this section. Now, we haven't assembled this yet, so I have a feeling we're not going to be putting anything really together until the very end. But this is what we have remaining here for bag 5. Not too bad at all. Alright, here we are with bag 6. And while I'm pouring everything out, I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors. It's always a big help, because it's going to help fund for games and other things like Lego related stuff. And I'm going to be doing a build series soon on one of my mocks that I'm going to be planning on working on. Thank you to my Patreon followers. That's always a big help too, as well as my Rebrickable customers, because the more ideas I get up there, whenever I get free time, I can preserve those, and not only for me to preserve, but for you to, you know, purchase and download and all that stuff. And I will have some free ones up eventually, you know. But right now we got to do this set. So, yeah, those funds do not go towards buying sets. And speaking of all that, if anybody's ever watched my older videos on YouTube, I used to have build installments. So I'm thinking of putting my build installments as strictly memberships thing. So basically it's just, I'm going to sit, we'll discuss something that I'm working on. And there might be, well, they're not, you know, you can request for tutorials out of those. And of course the tutorials will most likely be public. But I haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet. We need to make 2 of these. So don't hold me up to it. I don't know yet. But I have a thing that I'm going to do for just YouTube memberships only. That's it. I'm working on a restaurant, so I think that's going to be my first guinea pig. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I need to come up with a good members-only thumbnail for them. Get rid of that dark, gloomy one that I just half-baked came up years ago. You know what I mean? And then that'll really get my thing going on there. So you may end up getting 2 or 3 videos a week just on memberships. That means those updates will be strictly for that purpose only. They will not be public. Okay. So I have a thing that could be just strictly for memberships and stuff like that. Well, looks like we're going to be hitting some Technic, and it looks like they want the bevels facing inside like that. And the book is so kind that it shows you with a call out on how it looks like, and it's 1-to-1 too. As long as our bevel gears are facing inside, we can set this right in here. that means that there's more mechanical stuff. I can't wait to see this thing function when I'm done. I really can't. Hey, I haven't ranted today, except for all the chores that I have to do, but that's to be expected. I'm just rotating this in until I get the gear. Okay, I see the gear turning. Alright. I bet you anything, I was going to say that can go in the center, but I think there's more to it than this. Well, we won't know yet because we're not done yet. Jay, you got to pay attention, yeah. But I've been reading more of the comments. A lot of you like this slow style of builds. Telling stories. Yeah, my nephew's going to be home in a few weeks, and with the government shutdown, I don't know if it's going to be possible or not, but I'll have to wait and see on that one. I'm just hoping he doesn't keep me up all night. I guess I'm going to have to set some rules on that. Of course, he now on has to get up at work hours, which is at 3. He doesn't go to bed at 3. Now he's got to get up at 3. It's like, dude, welcome to big boy world. Not so much fun, is it? No. Alright, now I've got to find a bevel gear and set it inside of here. If it doesn't fit in all the way, then rotate this until it does. There we go. So yours should look like that when it's flush. Okay, I don't want to move that too much. I don't want to spill that all over the place. And then we lock all that together with a Technic plate. 2x4 Technic plate. There. Does that thing rotate inside? Yep. Okay, so looks like we got that in there. We survived that Technic there. Okay. And honestly, though, we're messing with a little bit of everything. Small, medium, large. Mostly medium to large parts, but that's to be expected, you know. But, you know, the set is still keeping my interest. That's good. It's not like I'm not bored. When I saw this, I thought, I want to get back into this. I got tutorials that I want to do, but I also want to do this one, too. That's what I think LEGO should shoot for, is what people are willing to build versus, like, some stuff. And this is one of those sets that it's expensive, but you're probably going to get a good family experience out of this. We don't want to be covering that up. I notice I'm spending a lot of time trying to rifle through parts. Well, you know why? Because I'm not looking for that. Inverted tiles. Cool, we can use those. Well, I'm looking for... Oh, it's a tile. I was looking for one of those plates that had that in there. Okay. A lot of these parts are pretty common. I have a bunch of them. Okay. And then it looks like we have a sub-step here. I know one thing I need to get on to fixing up a bunch of stuff around the house on my time off. Take a little bit of a leisure vacation and do nothing. That's not going to be for a while, but yeah, I mean, it's like something. I don't know what this is going to do. We won't know until we get to the very end here. But what I might do is I may do 3 bags in one installment, just so I don't, you know. Okay, it looks like this fits down in there. Okay, means that this rotates. It's hard to say what that does yet. Maybe that's the thing that, I don't know what that would be for, to be honest. And then we got to flip this thing like that. We got to put some stickers on some stuff, which is these inverted tiles. Ooh, I'll be ripping that off when I'm done, if I ever part this out. All right, let's see here. Okay, so let's do sticker number 1 first. Put it on here. Yeah, this is the only thing I'm disappointed in right now is stickers on something that's expensive. I was mentioning about getting the Krusty Burger, and my friend mentioned to me, he goes, Jay, be careful, that set's got a lot of stickers. It's literally just heavily caked with them. I thought, ooh. Yeah, so I can request sets for review, but before I do, I mean, sticker number 6, which is that one, I'd like to get done with this set here before I even ask LEGO to send me anything. And I need to get some of my own personal stuff done. So if you're waiting for a certain build, it may not happen. Okay, this one here goes right in these tubes like that. I'll show you. See how it's offset a little bit? That's what I'm gathering. This one's like that. And then we have to marry these two pieces. So let's let these two pieces get acquainted with each other here. It goes like this. Okay. So yeah, it looks like the gear goes through here. All right. So there's more to it than that. I'm hoping this is going to be like something easy to assemble. And then that concludes this section here. Okay, so we got this chunk here, this portion done with that. Okay, so now we're going to be focusing on, looks like the other parts of this. Good time to stop, huh? Now, let's get going on this here. So one of these episodes is obviously going to be over an hour long. I'm not sure which one, but I'd like to keep everything. I don't want to split a book up in between two guides. I'd like to finish up a section and be done with it before we move on. So we'll see here. But I'm not going to be able to do 5 bags in one sitting. That would just be like killer there. So it looks like we're making a piece that goes on this side of that assembly there, which is pretty cool. So we'll get going on that one. Yeah, I'm just ready to bake cookies and all that stuff. Right now, I'm just trying to finish up work stuff. I can't wait till the holidays. Oh man, I want to make some grub, and let me just grab the surfboard and go hit the waves for a few weeks. That depends if the beaches are contaminated or not, because people like polluting things, which they shouldn't, because they ruin the surf experience. And no, I'm not one of those tree hugger guys, but I don't like to pollute and trash things because I don't like picking up stuff around the house. I wouldn't want somebody picking up after me. So no, that's I don't like to pollute and litter and all that stuff. It's not cool. I'm not that lazy. I mean, I throw my wrappers in here on the floor when I'm doing a set because I know I'm gonna have to pick them up later. Alrighty. I can't remember what the age range on this set was. I don't have the box in here. But I bet a well-disciplined child can put this together. If she or he is it takes this set very slow, this is not a hard build. Unless you're just impatient like me, yeah, that'd be hard. Yeah, it's almost the same as the one we did over there, but this one's got an entry door. Now, this would work good with that gingerbread house that we assembled too, so that would even be better. Did I forget something here? Oh, yes, I did. I put that on backwards. Why didn't anybody tell me that? That's right, you can't say anything because this is only YouTube. It only works one way until I publish. What a pity. Yeah, I got to think of something to do for live streaming. If I do live streaming, it's going to be on this channel here. That's how I'm going to do it. If you're one of my friends watching, I got to make moderators. I don't think we'll need moderators. Well, maybe we do, but there will be a subscriber limit when I do the live stream. You have to be subscribed for so many. I'm thinking of maybe a month or so. I think that's fair. So if you're watching this and you haven't made up that mind if you want to subscribe or not, you may want to do that, because I'm going to have a subscription limit on the live stream. So you have to be an active subscriber, not a formal or whatever. And you know, it doesn't cost anything. It's not going to be members only. I'm kind of tempted to do members only streams, but that's not a fair for those who cannot or just don't want to do that. And I want to keep that open for free anyway. So memberships for live streams is, you know, I don't want to do all that. So I think I'm going to keep everything as free as I can on that portion there. And I think that'd be real fine, except that fell off. Did that even go in all the way? Well, now it did. Lego, I'm experiencing parts fall off. So what score am I going to give this set? That's a good question. The stickers are not too bad right now. They're evenly spaced. I'm going to say at probably a weak 10. A weak 10 is like a 9.95, which I'd round it up to 10. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to fail it with the 0. The only sets I give zeros on those, the ones that require another set, like a companion. This one's obviously a collaborative build, so that's obviously going to be a good help in the score. For those who are looking for me to trash a set, well, we don't know how I'm going to trash this one yet. We can't trash something if we're not, you know. But these type of builds, this is long. I don't care much for long sets, big sets like this. But, you know, for those who actually like me doing these, I mean, I've got to put that in there, my bad. I was jumping the steps here. Whoops. Because I was remembering on that other one we did. But if you like these type of builds, you know, hey, this channel is perfect for you. Just got to get past the ranting part and it should be fine. So, hey, at least I'm being honest with you, I rant. But I try my best not to cuss in these, so I don't cuss. And if I do, I try to either remove it or just mute it out. I don't use the annoying beeps that a lot of people do to let you know there's a bad word there. If I censor, I'm going to remove it. I don't beep my words. But the best thing to do is, you know, yes, it does add colorful commentary, but I want to keep these more targeted towards family viewing than anything else. That was the piece I forgot the last time. Well, this time I remembered. All right. Yeah, we survived that part, huh? We're getting there. Okay, now it's the mailbox. We already need another sticker, so let's bring that here closer to us. And you're going to have to put a sticker on the back side, which is sticker number 4, right there. Just why? I mean, of course you can't attach anything, so I can understand why. There we go. And then we're going to put this on here now. It's bothering me. And this thing came in with that scratch, which is pretty cool. Hey, we haven't found any damaged parts yet. That's really good, huh? We haven't found any of those. And that's what it is with some palisade bricks here. I'll get a couple of those. I think what I'm going to do is... I may see what we're going to do here. I may just do the next bag. It depends here. Okay, this goes here. And then we got to do... I did get a comment, though, the other day. I should be building these a lot faster. And you know what? I don't want to have to... I thought about it. I'm not going to put some annoying text on the screen. That wouldn't be fair. And then now we're going to be doing the entry door. Oh, this comes in dark brown. That's really nice to have. Come on, fit. Oh, that's a new way to do doorknobs. Never thought about doing them like this. Stick this in here and then kind of sticks out far, but okay. Yeah, this is going to be a fun little family build. So the goal is that obviously that's the base. You're going to have to put all this on there, but I think what we're going to do though is we're going to build it like the instructions intended for it to be built and all that stuff. Okay, looks like the door goes here, or maybe goes like that. I got to pay attention here, huh? Santa Claus, I could send me any gifts if I keep messing up, huh? Alright, so it should be like that. Okay. Well, looking pretty good. We're getting there. We are getting there. Alright. Okay. And then after that, we start locking all this together. It's a good way to lock all your joints together is by this right here. Okay. And I bet we're going to be doing this side here. We're not done with that side yet, unfortunately. We got to put the porch in here. It's a good way to hide all that, so we got a nice good floor in there. Starting to look pretty cozy, isn't it? Now we can focus on this side. Now obviously we're not done with this by any means, but we're getting somewhere. Hoping you can see what I'm doing. That's why I said I can't guarantee these be tutorials, because I can't cover every angle or we'd be here for literally hours doing one bag. And that would not be fair to me. You know, to surprise, you know, I do have a life in the Lego. And this goes in here. Well, at least we're getting it finished. Well, for 330 bucks, it better be finished off. It's almost like Jester for quality, huh? And we got to do this here, which this goes right down here. Okay. And that's what we have remaining for bag 6. And now we got to let these two pieces get acquainted with each other. Okay. It might be easier if we do it on a flat surface, so we're just going to plop these two together and those should lock right in place. There we go. And that's pretty much what it is right there. And let's take a quick peek here. And I'm thinking of doing... I think that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to continue on with bag 7, because after that we're building another piece that goes on the top, and that would be a perfect place to stop. Alright, and I think now we're going to wrap up with bag 7. And you can see how small it is, but don't let the size fool you. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather stop here, and it'd be a lot better doing it this way. And of course, step 86 is just one piece. That we can survive that. If you find these, they're really good pieces to find for cars, because your minifigure can sit right inside, and it saves you a bunch of parts. Okay? You get those, hoard them. It doesn't matter what color. Ooh. I've seen these for like lampposts, but not in red. Ooh, they come in orange? Oh, wow. What would I use those for? Exactly what they're going to be used for here is the tree. So that is even better. Jay, you get excited all over all the parts. I know, right? Who doesn't? Okay, let's see if we can get this one here done in 10 minutes. I got plenty of space. But my goal on this type of video setup here is I try to film these in pairs. Like, okay, I'm going to do, this is part 3, and part 4 I'll film a little later. I always like to film a little bit ahead, and I've never seen these in dark orange, or at least for me, or I can't remember. So those will come in handy. Okay. I hope you guys and gals do enjoy these type of videos. I've noticed, Janet, you've been commenting, and Denise, I've been seeing your name come up a lot on here lately too. And how I remember you, because you got the Friends doll as your profile picture. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about the comments. Some of you guys and gals comment so much, I remember you quickly. And for all the haters, I kind of forget. So I'm sorry if I forget the haters. Yeah, that's always a big help. And yeah, commenting and subscribing and stuff is just as good if you can't make a contribution, because talking to me here is almost just as good too. The goal about doing all this, though, is to make friends and have fun and enjoy the hobby. That's what this is. That's how it should be. It's just to sit back, relax, and just build and enjoy putting things together with a Danish toy, which I enjoy putting together, by the way. Who doesn't love Lego? Except if you're one of those that stepped on these when you were a parent or a kid or something like that, or you just don't like them. Like my girlfriend doesn't like this stuff because it's she doesn't understand it. Like, how do I know where to put the parts at? How do I come up with these ideas? I'm like, well, you're an artist. You think of it up and say, okay, well, I can see this in my mind. Let me produce it in real life. Now, there's another one we got to put together here, which is a green one. So this is just like that one, where we got the colors here. So this is really important how this is going to face. I would classify this one as a medium to high-end. If this was fully printed, no stickers, this would be a high-end set. But I think if you're getting this for your family to put together, you know, especially the cost of everything's gone up, you know, the price to put on memories is priceless, obviously. So just to spend time with the family, you can look at this every year, go, we all put this together as a family. I'm putting this together by myself, so it's not a whole lot for me to remember, but yeah. Okay, that's how that looks so far. We're getting there. I mean, yeah, not too bad. And then we lock all that together with the frame. And I notice we've been using these colors too with the pink and the blue, so I am gathering that this is going to be one of those things when we're done, you plug in the pink parts to the blue parts. You know, yeah, you're going to have to spend more money on a family build, but when I looked at the set, I thought, well, it seems a bit pricey. We don't know how this build's going to be. It could just be one part, and you just fold it out and you're done. Now imagine this costs more than some artificial Christmas trees, in case you get the ones with the lights. So Lego's expensive. It's not a cheap, I'm going to say an art medium. We don't want to call it a toy here because YouTube will flag it. No, YouTube, this is not a toy. This is an art medium. This is for artists. We are a professional artist here. We like to professionally build things. Professional with me, I use that term loosely, but yeah, so far so good. But I mean, honestly, we're not getting a flimsy, cheap build here. We're really getting a really good, I'm going to say a high-end build. I'm not bored with this set. This is not boring at all. So if you're looking for something to spend with the family, so far we haven't even interacted with the main piece yet. We've been working on this. So it may not even say put that on there. If it tells us not to put it on there, I'm not going to put it, whoops, why am I putting that there? But if it says, Jay, don't put that on there, we won't put it on there. Now if it says we have to, then we'll do it. I'm going to follow the building guide. Now just imagine right now person 1 is working on this. So I'm person 2, I'm putting this part together. So we could sit here and conversate. That's what I mean by a collaborative group build, because we could be building together on the same project without taking turns. Not sure what these are for, because they're on that over there, but they're backwards. Of course, they could be used to hold chains or something. We don't know. Yeah, but this game I really want to work on. I really would like to get to it. So after I'm done filming both sections of this, I think that's what I'm going to be doing here. So the green is going to go on the side with these, with this thing sitting here. Okay. And looks like that fits right in there. Suck that down in there really good. Okay. Not too bad. I think these are just meant to line up with this green here too. Alright. And then now let's put some more parts on here so they can get acquainted with each other here and get used to everybody here put together. I'm just rambling right now. I can't wait to see this thing all done. I want to play with it when it's finished. Unfortunately, we cannot. And I have a film we're going to be doing some duplicates here. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to be doing some mirrors. So let's do these. It's just like accessory stuff right now. So we're going to mirror this one. This one here I'm building from the book. The other one is going to be its reflection. You do not have to do this. If you do not feel comfortable, do not do it. Why am I doing it? Just for brevity of the build. Alright. And then this one we just built goes here. Like this. And see, the reason why they're doing all this is because you don't want these bricks splitting apart. Lego is making this really high end. They do not want this to come apart. And I bet we're going to have to build some for the other side too. See, we just did this one here. And then now it looks like we're adding the bulbs to the tree. Take some ice cream cones. Stick that in there like that. Got to make red and blue, or red and orange ones. Now, you're not going to see green on here. It'd be kind of cool, but the branches are green. Even when I make my own Christmas trees, I avoid using the green ones, or green LED, or green LEDs, the green transparent green studs and stuff, just because of that. Now, if a stud gets caught in there, how do you get it out? Just use your stick, or just have to use some hemostats to pull those out. Okay, and then now we're going to put these in. Oh, we got to turn it upside down. Ugh. Like that. Make sure the clock is on this side here. And these just fit in here like that. So just kind of rotate them in like this. Just stick that in there and just kind of wiggle it down in there. One of these has got the crystal, which look like diamond studs that are very tacky. Yeah, wearing those to work, especially during meetings. Oh man, you got the bling going on, huh? Nah. That kind of thing. Okay, you know what? I think, hold on. Okay, we were supposed to make 2 of these. We have letters here. I think they're supposed to go in the mailbox. Okay, I need to go back in and do these. We were supposed to put some on this side here, and I never did. Okay, so I wasn't paying attention. That's what I'm saying. If you've watched this and you're cussing me out, probably earned a block. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, this one goes here. So latches that up. So we'll do the other one. So I always tell everybody, wait until I'm done with the video, because I may make mistakes and correct them down the road. It's Lego, we're not gluing it together. And then we got the letters, we put them in there and stuff like that. It doesn't show the letters. Shows us putting that on there. We'll do that here in a second. Okay, I see how this goes together. And then the letters go in last. Okay, so now this goes in here. Let's zoom that out for you a little bit here. Because you want the greens to line up. Make sure these are facing upwards. This thing may not fit in here, this cross axle. Make sure that's sitting in there. And if you can't, just rotate your knob here until it fits. Or just make sure they're both facing like that. And stick it in there. And yeah, it just sits in there, right? Just feels kind of loose. Well, we got these here. And after we set that on top, it's telling us how it goes on. And then you have to lock them in there. But we didn't have any orange studs on one side. I don't think we did. Did we? Yes, we did. Okay, so as long as these colors match, we're fine. So basically, you just take these here and you lock them in. Like that. And then you come in here like this, and you take these, and you pull them up. Like that. This one's not in all the way. There we go. I gotta wait till you hear them snap. And yeah, that's pretty strong. Now, for the moment of truth, let's see if that thing spins. Yep. And then after that, it wants us to put the letters in the mailbox. You put them both in there. You could put them both in there at the very end. So I would say that it is a collaborative build. I'd say 2 people. So these are exclusive up to the very end, so that's not bad. And that takes care of this section here. And make sure the train's in the front here. Okay. And let's pull this up here. Summation of thoughts. And I know somebody's going to ask about that. Hey, Jay, you know, what's your opinion so far? It's not bad. It's not bad, especially for an expensive set. It's pricey. It's pricey. But we are at the point now where we can start enjoying the build a bit more. I'm setting up for a thumbnail, by the way. So we did bags 6, 7, and 8, and then in the next installment we're going to do bags 8 and 9. Let's kind of get his hand so we can get him to sit down a little flat on here. But I'm pleased with it. We didn't really experience anything fall off except if I make a mistake or forget to put something on. But it's not bad. I'm going to say a very weak 10. It's, you know, it's getting there. Everything's functioning so far, so just do a run test. If this thing here is turning here, which it is, it's fine. You just don't want to turn it with that. Boy, this does have some holiday cheer. This really does look really nice. But tell me what you think.